Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Commissioner, dear colleagues, almost 3 years after the launch of the EU strategy on combating HIV/AIDS in the EU and neighbouring countries, we must admit that even within the European Union, we are far from reaching the objective of this year's World AIDS Day, getting to zero. In reference to zero new HIV infections, zero discrimination, zero AIDS-related deaths. Progress still needs to be made, whether we speak about prevention, early diagnosis or timely access to treatment. The situation within our Union is even worrying in certain regions, notably Eastern Europe, while at the same time the disease tends to be forgotten in people's and policymakers' minds. 30 years after the first detection of AIDS, it is still crucial to underline the importance of greater awareness raising and information, the need for strengthened and targeted prevention policies, and the need for governments and the EU to remain committed. Mr. Commissioner, we welcome the Commission's commitment and continuous effort in implementing its strategy to combat HIV/AIDS, but we hope that you will make clear to Member States that having a strategy just on paper is not enough. Even during crisis, national AIDS programmes need to be effectively financed and implemented. Let's also look at the reality and focus on the right priorities. There is no room for taboo or forbidden topics. It is crucial that Member States ensure that all national AIDS programmes and strategies develop strong linkages between sexual and reproductive health and HIV/AIDS. Finally, let me say a word about the resolution that we will be voting today and which has been broadly supported by all groups within the ALDE committee. Yes, there are vulnerable groups that are more at risk, notably young people, men having sex with men and injecting drug users, which deserve all our attention and for which targeted strategies should be developed and reinforced. These groups are also vulnerable when being even more affected by social exclusion, stigmatisation and discrimination from which people living with HIV are too often suffering. It is certainly not by denying the existence of these groups or by refusing to speak about anti-discrimination campaigns that we will succeed in our continuous fight against HIV/AIDS. I therefore hope that all members of this House will abstain from ideological consideration and will support the resolution as a whole. Today is the World AIDS Day and the occasion to recall and maintain our consistent and ambiguous commitment in combating HIV/AIDS in Europe and beyond. Thank you.